send out cards was about 20 or about 10 mail. And David's was a little bit higher and it didn't have the same control. But things change over the years, and I've watched other agents successfully use his program. And when that tipping point came to the point where send out cards cost, now pushed it into the deeply personal one-on-ones, it became important for me to do a monthly newsletter. And I didn't like all of the other options, but I liked his, and I don't want to steal any thunder. Now, David's also an educator in terms of how to build relationships and all along the lines, and I told him, for this group, that's not what we really need. You can certainly cover off some of the things, but as I mentioned to David, we're all Joe Stumpers for 20 years. We're all most of our business is all by referral, and if you picked up some of that conversation, it was maybe a shock to the system that somebody didn't use our services for the first time ever. So this group is intimately familiar with relationship. Most of our business is 80% plus or even 100% by referral only.
Yeah.
So that part. So I said to him, be hard sell. Just show us what his system can do, because I think it's terrific. So you've got carte blanche, and you can also talk about the education parts as well. And just be aware, they're fierce. And if they make too much noise, we'll quiet them down.
Fierce is good. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Okay, you're scaring me now.
Sir? Oh my goodness, I don't think I've ever heard Zan called sir.
What should we call it? What do you call him?
Hey,
Good morning. Good morning, guys. Thank you. Just like Zan said, unfortunately, I am here to talk about what I do for a living today, as opposed to trying to just help you guys develop into even more success. So that is something that's slightly difficult for me, considering the fact that for the past number of years, I typically get hired to get on stages now, do big presentations down in the States, here in Canada, and there's no sales pitch, and that's really the fun part of my living, okay? So this part kind of sucks, but it is what it is. So
okay.
That being said, I had this guy call me up the other day, well, a few weeks ago now. And he calls me up, he says, Dave, he says, I see you everywhere, I see you on email, I see your videos, I see your marketing, you know, people in my office talk about you. I'm thinking, this is off to a good start. Okay, tell me more. He says, but I need your help. And I said, well, what can I help you with? He says, I need your help with online advertising and social media marketing. I said, oh, okay. And I mean, there's a typical question, right? And I gotta imagine, for a group of folks that are very Joe Stump, sort of by referral only, this whole world these days, and as I look around the room, I can say that the social media world came in after you guys got in the biz. That ain't an insult. No, listen, there's some realities to that, though. We got to be realistic about that, right? Because when you sit, hey, in the same breath, and you sit here and you go, I got to be all over it. I got to do it. And what do I do?
And I hate it.
Holy shit, I don't know where to start.
Hire someone to do it.
Okay, but there's my problem with that, okay, is hiring somebody to do it, because it's not the right strategy if we want to take advantage of social media. On the flip side, you got online advertising, which is frickin' expensive. And if you don't know how to convert the leads and actually get the referrals going after the fact, what the hell are you doing it for?
Yep.
So, as that being part of my world that I've grown up in, I sit back and I look at most of my audiences and I go, but most people just don't get it. Like, I was presenting in Lake Tahoe 3 weeks ago now, during that ridiculous ice storm. It was a pain in the ass to get home. But I was presenting in Lake Tahoe, and I'm looking around the group, and again, very similar types of groups of people. And the folks that were on after me were talking about online advertising, and that was like how to do Facebook thing, like advertising. And I'm sitting in the room, and I'm like, I'm learning stuff. This is good. Holy shit, everybody's eyes are glazing over. They don't know what to do. Everybody's lost. And so this is, again, there's some great stuff there. And yes, take advantage of it. When I was the same with this guy, when he says to me, I need your help, I said, okay, great. Thank you for the call. Got to ask you a question right off the top. What kind of budget are you working with? He says, well, I don't know. Depends if it works. I said, no, it doesn't depend if it works. It depends how much money you have. Like, I can tell you, right, I can tell you to spend 5 G's a month. You'd be foolish to believe me if I told you it's just going to work. Just do it. I mean, I'd love if you believed me. But there's realities to that. It's about how much money we have. It's not just about what we're going to do. It's not just about chasing the bright, shiny object and the roller coaster marketing ideas. So then I asked the guy, I said, well, do you have a contact list? And you guys would understand this one, right? Do you have a contact list? He says, yeah. I said, okay. How many people? He says, I got about 100 people on a contact list. I said, 100 people. Cool. That's not and that's not a bad number. You guys got to know that. Like, I've got people in my system that have 30 and 40 people on a contact list, and I got people with 3,000 and 4,000 on a contact list. I think 30 and 40 is way too low, so anybody with 30 and 40, before you brush your teeth tonight, go and add people to your contact list, right? I think 3,000 and 4,000, I mean, I love my clients with thousands, but they're crazy. You can't have a relationship with that many people that's that intimate, okay? So there's got to be that average somewhere between 100 and 600, is what I've seen through my experience of doing this for 12 years now, and working with a lot of you guys. Those are the people that are achieving success. Those are the people that are paying their bills. Those are the people that are not complaining about small little incremental changes in cost or anything else. They're doing well. So when your list is somewhere between 100 and 600, you're going to make money. I can tell you, after doing 12 years of this, talking to thousands upon thousands of you, that's where your number should be. Now, so I asked this guy, you got 100 people on the list. Cool. How long have you been in the business? He's like, 38 years. I'm like, what? You've been in the business 38 years? And you've only got 100 people on a list? What the hell's wrong with you? No. I got like 900 people on the list. I said, 900? You just told me you had 100. He says, well, yeah. He says, but I don't do a good enough job keeping in touch with them. I said, so you've got 900 people on a contact list. You're not doing a good enough job keeping in touch with them. I said, what the hell have you been doing? He goes, well, I don't know. I said, so...
Was he talking to Lee?
Hey, you know what? It definitely was. And I'm going to tell you this. I'm not going to tell you who it was. Right? I never, ever share that information.
I just threw him right out of the
Please, you good?
You're really red. You're really
So you got 900 people, and I said, so you're calling me, you've been in business 38 years. You know where your business comes from. You know you have a contact to 900 people, yet you're calling me to spend money on social media advertising and online marketing. And I know everybody, or some people in this room, probably had that same thought, right? So he says, well, yeah. I said, but so you're complacent. He goes, what?
Yeah.
I said, you are complacent. He's like, and you can hear the silence, right? And I'm thinking, this guy's about to hang up the phone on me. No. I've totally made an enemy over here, right? But here's the thing, guys, and that's the important thing to understand. 38 years in the business, 900 contacts, doing a horrible job at staying in touch, thinks he only has 100, now he wants to spend more money. I got a problem with that. Because money ain't the solution to complacency. We all know that in this room, okay? We know that.
A Bunsen burner is.
Well, yeah, okay. Now let me ask you something though. Has anybody here won the lottery? Anybody here filthy rich?
I got $10 last week.
Okay, so you're like me. We get up to go to work every day to make a little bit of money so we can pay our bills, right? And there's the key. There's a reason we get up when we go to work. I don't know about you guys, but I got a big fat Harley Davidson at home. I love playing hockey. And if I could spend all my waking hours with my 2 kids, my wife, my bike, and my hockey, I'd be in heaven. This work thing, I don't care for it. Tell you the truth. And people look and go, Dave, how could you say that? Like, you gotta want to do better in life. I'm like, no, I want to do better, I just don't want to have to work. True. So,
He fits into this group.
so here's my thing though. I say to people, I say like, when you guys are going out there and you're trying to spend more money to chase that bright shiny object, to come up with some sort of solution to kickstart your biz, you end up spending more, which means you have to work harder, which means, is your ROI climbing or are you just working harder? Your ROI might be climbing, but typically what's happening is we're just spending a hell of a lot more, we're working a hell of a lot harder, we're not really seeing the ROI we should. So my question to you guys, would it not be nice, and I know you guys be in this type of group of referrals, would it not be nice if you could spend less, work easier, and make a hell of a lot more money?
Obviously.
Thank you. I'm like looking around the room like, yeah, I know. You guys want to work hard?
We're just looking at you going, are you just crazy?
I know. But it is so true. And if I had enough time with you guys today, I would show you guys how to actually go through, and I'm going to say this straight, I don't care how long you've been in the biz, I don't care how much money you make, how successful you are, you'd be able to go through this and at least analyze your marketing and go, am I really targeting the right people? And again, we've only got so much time today, I can't get into it all. But the key here is to build something called MindShare. Anybody heard this term MindShare before?
Yes.
Heard of that?
Top of mind
Yeah.
marketing,
Okay.
same thing.
Exactly, right? We want to build that with people because the more mind share we build with people, the more top of mind we are, the quicker they are to refer us. So question for you guys, and I know you're a very quiet bunch.
We're not allowed to talk. Zan won't let us.
Party animals in the back.
Zan won't let us.
Yeah.
They're partying, sorry, they can't even. I need your voices now, okay? Everybody's together. When I say running shoes, what's the first company you think of?
Nike.
Brooks.
Cool. So it's close. So it's one in the room, wherever you are. When I say pop, like soda pop, Coke, right?
Well, you're like a David Blaine, aren't
Is
you?
this crazy? And we're like putting this in right now and do this telepathically. When I say fast food, what do you say?
McDonald's.
No brainer, right?
My God.
That guys, but that's what you call mind.
Yeah.
I've done that in front of groups of thousands of people at a time, and in unison. I mean, you'll always have one Adidas or one like something, and they'll throw something out just to stump me. But
I run marathons, that's why I said Brooks.
okay, you see, and so there's always going to be like one in the room.
But he always is.
He's always the one in the room.
But here's the thing.
He's always the one in the room.
That's what you guys call MindShare. It's a top of mind, intuitive, instinctive reaction to a product or service.
Where he should be.
Right?
I'm just going to explain the reason why Michelle's the one in the room. She doesn't want to be put in a box.
She doesn't want to be put in the, you're explaining why?
She doesn't want to be put in any box.
In any box? Yeah, me neither though. I don't think
Nobody
that.
puts baby in a corner.
Right? So guys, as Zan said, my name is David Greenspan. I'd love for you guys to check me out. I am all over social media. I'm not hard to find online. I'm not hard to find by email. You can connect with me anytime. If you've got questions after this, let me know. There's a wealth of knowledge I'd love to provide to you today. I cannot do it all. I would say, does anybody know how to scan a QR code?
Yeah.
If you've got a scanner, scan this now, download a free ebook. If not, just go to that website, punch in your details. There's no, again, I'm not selling you anything. It is totally free. That is the piece called the AMH theorem that is going to help you guys when you're sitting at home at night, analyze your marketing. Read the book. It's not very long. It'll teach you how to go through the process. You got any questions about, hey Dave, I kind of got it, it sounds great, but I don't know what the hell you're saying, contact me, I will walk you through it. Ask Alicia, she'll walk you through it. Again, the AMH theorem, okay? And I'll flash that up on the screen again in a moment. Now, market. Real quick on the market. I am not an economist, so I'm not going to bullshit you here. I'm not going to talk about that stuff. It's boring. But one thing I will say is this, what I see, because I speak to realtors across the country on a daily basis down in the States, the market has changed. We know it, okay? People are not buying as quickly as they were. Houses aren't selling as quickly as they were. They're not going for as much money as they were. That said, it is not a bad market. Okay, and I want to preface that right now. It is not a bad market. It is what you make of it. If you want to sit and complain and cry about it, go do that. Somebody else is going to make the money. There's money to be made out there. Okay, we know this. BC, they forecast 4% down. Ontario, they said about 20% down. Whatever. This is what we do for a living. Let's go out and find that business. And if we're working on referrals like we do, the business is there for us. It's just a matter of taking advantage of it. And we know this. It's a relationship business. It is not a transactional business. You guys are not selling TVs. You're not selling cars. You're not selling travel packages. You can't just put a house on discount today and go, I'm just going to sell the house. Like I literally, which pissed me off. I had across the street from me a guy that listed at $965. Things sat on the market for like 2 weeks. All of a sudden, I look it up one morning, $799. Like, what are you doing? It's just going for the multiples. Here's the funny thing. Tried to put the house on sale, it's still on the freaking market. Now, I don't know, it's not a good thing, but you hope that you're gonna get the $965 rather than $799 as a homeowner, right? But the point is, real estate's not about it. It's about the relationship with another person. That's why we do it. Your database is your gold mine. You guys know that. Mine that shit. Go in there. I know just as I walked in the room, we were talking about how often we call our clients. I don't know how often you guys are calling people, but you should be doing it every single day. That's what we do for work. We get in touch with our contact list. To go and talk to strangers, put your face on a bus bench, no offense to anybody who's got it on a bus bench, but I'm driving a 60, going about 75. I really don't care, right? And the next street corner, I'm gonna see another one. And if my face was on a bus bench today, would you buy anything from me? Why? It's on a bus bench. It doesn't work like that, right? So we know that our database is our goal. Now, why he brought me in here today for this. Kits is your complete toolbox for keep in touch marketing. It is not over the top with bells and whistles that you will not understand. This is very blunt, basic stuff. It's about getting in touch with people, doing it across multiple channels, okay? So we're gonna use direct mail, we're gonna use email, we're gonna use social media, we're gonna have everything driven from our CRM. And then if you wanna talk to those strangers, we can help you strategize around that as well. But if we figure this, you got two groups of people. You got the people you know, and you got the people you don't know. Would everybody in this room agree that 79% of your business comes from the people you know? Would anybody in this room, and it's not a bad thing if you say no, Has anybody seen most of their business from strangers? Okay, and again, I get the group I'm sitting with, but you guys gotta know every time I ask that question, no matter the audience, no matter the group, why you guys are together, 99% of people say they get their business from people they know. Cool. What we do is we focus on those people. We can help you with the strangers, but I'm gonna say this is really where you wanna be. Now, I know there's a lot of options out there for how you guys can go out to market, where you can spend your money. I'm gonna introduce you to what I do. If you got questions, we'll do them right at the end. If we don't have enough time, I'm, again, not hard to find. But that said, I want to do it this way. There's 7 ways to communicate with another person. That's it. Challenge me on this one, and it's a good challenge, and I do this all the time, and I try to see if anybody will come up with an 8th, and we can't come up with an 8th. So let's go. You got the first way. You got in person. Okay, there's the first way to talk to people. Reality. I could have done a webinar on this today. You might still get my message, but do you get me? Maybe. Maybe not the same way, right? So it's nice to be able to come in and talk to people. We know the importance of that. Again, you cannot hire somebody to do that for you. We've got the smartphone, so making a phone call, right? Again, you gotta make your phone calls. Somebody was saying they get their assistant to make a call. I'm glad that the calls are being made, but if you're my guy, I want you.
No, but let me just explain. She makes those calls every single day.
Yep.
Just to determine if there's a pulse.
Okay.
Then after that, then I come in. Because she makes hundreds of calls a day.
You know what? Good. As long as you're in the mix, and I'm much the same at the office. I cannot get in touch with every single one of you.
That's the point.
I just can't.
That's the point.
But I know as long as I stay, I keep my feet in the
There's a
water.
pulse there?
That's
Yeah.
it, man.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I love that, right?
Yeah.
And so, typically speaking, though, you can't hire people to really make those phone calls for you, right? You can't. So again, there's your second way to communicate. We still can't hire a service. The third way, text message. Why do we send a text message? You guys ever get those? I'm with Rogers. I don't know about you guys, but you ever get those like mass text messages that you just know are solicitation for something?
Yeah.
Like, what the hell are you texting that to me for?
Yeah.
Right? I didn't give you permission to text me. If you emailed it to me, I don't even think that way. You send me a piece of mail, I don't think that way. That text, though, I'm like, what are you doing? It pisses me off, right? So why are we using text message? Want to go for coffee? Right? Want to meet? I'll be 5 minutes late, or I'll be 10 minutes early, or meet me at this, whatever.
Because you'll read it.